Hello my YouTube friends, and welcome to this, well, weapon chat, kit weapon chat, call it what you want. A weapon chat is work in progress, and you could call this a work in progress. We're gonna kit up my new diamond painting today, and I have a little photo here where you can see it. It's kind of like a stair going up to heaven, and then you have cats around it, like they're up in heaven. I will put a thumbnail in this video where you can see the picture a lot better. So, and I also wanted to show you, oh sorry I bumped you, I wanted to show you the toolkit that came with this diamond painting. Just because, I mean, this is an AliExpress diamond painting, and I actually think that this toolkit is okay. So you have your basic pen with your single placer, you have a blue squishy, and then you have the thin multi-placers. I think this is a 10 placer, and I think this is, what, a 4 or a 5 placer, maybe a 6 placer. It's a bit bigger than a 4 placer. Then you have some tweezers, and they are pointy as well, so keep that hat on. Then you have some wax. This is, well, I'm not going to use it because this is so, you can see right through it, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use my patty wax or my glue dots or whatever. Then you have this boat, and it's actually a pretty good boat. I would have liked if it had had a funnel, but it has a good size. I mean, it's not a little bitty boat. Look, this is the one that I'll be using while kitting up, and this boat is actually an okay size. So yeah, so that is the kit, the tool kit. So I'm gonna put that one away. I will be using the tweezers when I do my diamond painting. Yeah, and then I will use this Steinchensuchti tray for kitting up. You know, sometimes I put the drills in here and then, you know, put them in the containers, or sometimes I just have the container in here and then I pour, because sometimes they go flying, right? So I love this color. Steinchensuchti called it watermelon because you have your greens and your reds. It is beautiful. Yeah, so I have that one up here. And then today I'm gonna try my Siron sticker maker, because this kit, because it's a cheap AliExpress one, it didn't come with any schematic or anything that I could just, you know, put on my containers. So I had to take a photocopy of the canvas, and then I have, you know, cut them out. And I will have to try to do some stickers. I'm very excited because I haven't done this before, so good luck to me. This is actually pretty easy. Oh my god. This is way more easy than the other one I have. The one that I have, that I've used before, actually takes a bit more power, you know. I have to pull a lot harder. And then you just press down like this to make it stick. I think this is easy. I hope it works. You know that feeling sometimes, I mean, I really, really, really hope it works. I don't know how much I'm supposed to to press down, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So put that one up there. And then I also have my DMC code, so that I have both. I like having both, you know, just for safety measures. And also so that I have them as a sticker when I'm done with the diamond painting. Yeah. What do you do when you don't have stickers? I mean, a lot of you use Diamond Art Club, right? So you get the stickers. So I have a question about Diamond Art Club and the stickers. I mean, can you peel the stickers off after from your containers and then put them on the bags that you save your leftover diamonds in? Because I plan to save my extra diamonds, my leftover diamonds from Diamond Art Club. I actually save the leftovers from every diamond painting as of right now, but I bought some photo boxes that I will use for ABs and for, you know, the drills from Diamond Art Club, just because they are hopefully a very, very good quality, you know. So I want to have those alone, you know, so that I know where they're from. Aha. Sorry for the noise. And this is just a sticker. Okay, see, you have the sticker. I like this. So you just have to cut it down a little, you know, just to make it a little easier when I'm kitting up. So, how are you guys doing? Today is November 1st, so we're getting close to Christmas, right? Oops, sorry. I'm grabbing things left and right. So what are you going to do for Christmas this year? I think that David and I will, you know, stay at home for Christmas, and then we'll invite people. Everybody can come and join us for Christmas. That would be lovely. But I think we'll just be, you know, David and I and his mom and brother and sister. So we will be 5 this year. Last year we celebrated with my brother and his girlfriends and Rosa, and then Maria, my brother's girlfriend was there too, of course, and then her mom. It was very, very nice. I mean, we had a good time, and Rosa had a good time, which, in my opinion, when you have kids, the most important thing is that the kids have a good time. That is the most important thing at Christmas. David and I, and also in David's family, have decided years and years ago that we don't do presents anymore. We only give presents to kids because we don't need anything. So for kitting up, I will be using my wannabe Elizabeth Ward storage systems. I have more if I need, you know, the smaller ones. So we'll see. And last night I, you know, put all the drills in an order so that, you know, I can just start from an end, and yeah. So let's do it. Let's see. My first color, number 1. I think I will put it in this size, you know, just to be sure, because I hate it if, you know, there isn't room enough. So the first sticker. I'm so excited for this one. I have seen so many people use these Siren sticker makers, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to try one of my own. I have seen a few shops here in Denmark that sells them, but the price, oh my god. I mean, I even went to the German Amazon to look, just to, maybe the price was cheaper down there, but no, not really. The price was extreme, and then I have to pay shipping, and yeah. So I was very happy that Mary offered to help me to get some. Yeah, this was the right size. So what do you do? I mean, I save these little baggies for leftover diamonds because, it has everything that I need to know when I put them away. But, yeah. So that's the first one. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing well. Me, yeah, like I wrote on Instagram yesterday, I'm fatigued. I am really, really, really tired at the moment. And it's basically just because, that I'm in pain all the time. And then also it is, oops, my stickers went flying. Where did my stickers go? Oh, there, sorry. When it's getting colder outside, my body starts to hurt more, just because, it's getting colder. So I'm used to that, but it's making me tired just because. And I'm used to it, but it's also hard just being tired all the time. I want to do so many things, but I have to, tell myself that I can't, because I don't have the energy, no matter how much I want to have the energy. So, and I want to make a lot of videos, and I want to, have fun with you guys and make videos about diamond painting and knitting, and I want to make videos about Klippel-Feil syndrome, so that you people can get to know me a little better. And hopefully it will get better. I do take a lot of vitamins to make it a little better. But I think one of the main issues is that there's a lot going on. I've just today heard a lot of things, about me and David that isn't true. And it makes me sad because this comes from my parents. Well, not my parents, it comes from my mom, who's walking around saying a lot of things that are lies about me and about my person and about David, and that really makes me, it upsets me because it isn't true, She makes us out to be these horrible persons who don't care about anybody, and that's simply not true. But, and I'm sure everybody knows this. You can't help everybody all the time, And, I mean, David has a more than full-time job, plus he also has to take care of more stuff around here because of me, because of my health. So he has more jobs around here than he normally would. Had had he not been married to a chronically ill wife, you know. And it makes me upset to hear how she's been talking about, well, me and David. Like how we wouldn't have been able to buy this house if she hadn't given us a lot of money, which is a absolute lie, because all the money she gave to us, you know, as an inheritance, upfront inheritance, is still in our bank account, you know. So no, we didn't need the money to buy a house. I mean, we didn't. We had the money ourselves. Well, we were able to loan the money ourselves, you know. And then that I don't care about my dad. I don't know if, I think I told you earlier that my dad had a tumor in his brain that was operated in August, I think. Was it August? I think around there. It was late summer. And, you know, I was there trying to be there, but, you know, I can't help a man who doesn't want to be helped. I mean, every time I tried, you know, how are you doing? You need help with anything? Please come out, you know. And I tried to reach out to my mom to help her, and you know, but everything is now that I don't do anything. I just today was told that my dad fell on his bike the other day and hit his head. And I wasn't told. And again, then they walk around say that I don't care about my dad, but they don't tell me when stuff like this happens. I mean, I'm upset that she's running around telling stories that simply are not true. And the thing is, I have been, you know, reading a lot about myself, trying to learn about myself, you know, why am I so different than, well, my family, you know, and why was I always, you know, the black sheep, and why do I not feel, you know, accepted in my own family, and a lot of stuff. And I fell over this thing that called an immature personality. And when I read about that, I mean, it ticked every box for my mom. And it made a lot of things clear in my world. But also it said, and this is actually true, because I have tried this many, many, many times, that when you try to talk to them, you know, about how you feel and how you perceive things, they're like, this didn't happen, and I didn't do anything wrong, you're at fault for everything. Which is basically, you know, what my mom does all the time. And the thing is, you will never get a person with this personally, what's called personality trait. You will never get them to change. You will never make them see what they're doing is wrong. I mean, I grew up being told that I was a fat kid, I was stupid, that everything was my fault. You know, it was even my fault that my little brother had a hard time learning how to read. I still don't understand how it could be my fault, especially because, you know, today that it's inherited. And I know that my dad has the same issue. My mom told me once that she has some issues with it, and I don't have any issues reading. I never had any issues reading. So I'm sitting, like, how can this be my fault? I mean, I don't have these issues. So explain to me again how I'm at fault. But again, I need to accept that I can't change it. But it's hard not to feel, I don't know, I don't feel angry anymore. I'm just, sad, and I don't know. I hope that this makes some sort of sense for you people, because I'm trying to explain. I know people have asked me so many times, why do you keep contact with them when everybody treats you this bad? And I'm like, I can't just prove, if I just tell them to never contact me again, I will do exactly what they're saying about me. Even though it would be the best thing for me to do, I'm like, if they don't want me in their family, then they have to, come and tell me. But at the same time, I'm not going to ruin me or David for, because they don't seem to understand that, they are not the entire world. I mean, we have a house of our own to take care of. David has more than enough on his plate with work and me and house, and somehow that's, in her eyes especially, it's like, yes, well, you have to help, I must come first. It seems like that. I don't know what she's thinking. I just know that, if we can help with something, and if we say yes, she expect us to be down there in 5 minutes ago. It's not like, yes, we can help, let's find a date. It's like, why aren't you here yet? And that's not how the world works, right? I mean, if you want help, then you ask, when will it fit in your program? I mean, that's how it works for us, at least. My mom's sister, who also lives here in Fredericia, she contacted us, I think it was in September or something, to ask if we could help her to drive some, trees and stuff away from her garden. And there would be other people to help as well, and she would make food and everything. And my job would be to look after her dog, to make sure that he didn't run away. And it was up to us to find a date that suited, because her other friends were like, we will be there. We don't have plans for this and this and this weekend. So it was basically like, what weekend are you free? Which is like, that is the right way to do it if you want help, You don't just come and say, help me now. At least not if you want, people to say yes next time. Or am I totally wrong for feeling like that? I mean, I don't know if I just sound entitled. I hope I don't. And also my mom once told me that I didn't give her any grandbabies, Yeah, well, And then David has sometimes said, if she ever says that again, I will tell her that it's her own fault that she didn't have more grandbabies. Because if she had taken you to the doctor when you were a child and found out that you had Klippel-Feil syndrome, there would have been a bigger chance that he and I had kids. Then we would have known that we needed to start early. And we would have known that I had fertility issues. Because when I had my hysterectomy a year and a half ago, they found out that I'm missing a fallopian tube. So, yeah, we would have probably needed help to get a child. And I have always, wondered why didn't we have any, whoops babies, because sometimes I forgot to take my pill, and, there have been times where, we could have been, I don't know, lucky, unlucky, call it what you want, there could have come a baby, and I would never get an abortion. I would never do that. I mean, a baby is a blessing. And I have always wanted to be a parent. It has been my dream since I was 7 years old to become a mom. But, we wanted to be responsible, that I was finished with school because of my health, I wanted to be done with school before having kids, because I would never in a million years know how a pregnancy would affect me, and going to school while battling that, no. So, yeah. Sorry, I will talk about something else. So today, like I said, it's November 1st, and it is election day in Denmark. Today we are voting for a new government, and Devin and I went voting just after midday. So, yes, we did our duties. A lot of people have, talked about how they don't know who to vote for this year, because the politicians, they say one thing and then they do another, and even though they say, we listen to the people are our, we work for the people. Well, no, not really. So a lot of people have had doubts as to who to vote for, and me included. I have been so much in doubt. I mean, should I just leave a blank piece of paper, meaning that nobody is worth of my vote? It's a thing we can do here in Denmark. You don't have to choose, you can just say, no, I don't like any of the choices, so I'm giving a blank vote. And then you have made your choice. We have an expression, it's called a couch voter. It is a person who decides to do nothing at all. You don't want to make a choice, so you just stay home on your couch. And a lot of people are like, well, if you don't vote, you don't get to complain. And then some are even, if you vote blank, you can't say anything. And I'm like, why not? Because I did vote. I did go and I used my my voice to say that I don't like any of the options. So I vote blank. I mean, it is a right that we have here in Denmark. But some people, you know, don't like that you don't vote as they do. So they are mad. I mean, and I don't understand why we have to, you know, fight over who we vote for. I mean, can't we all be friends even though we don't have the same political views? I mean, I have friends from every political view we have in Denmark, and I still like these people. Yes, we do have our differences and everything, but that's what I like about people, you know, that you can have different opinions and see the world differently. It gives you some perspective, right? I like hearing about other people's viewing as how they view the world. I love hearing that, and I love to hear their reasoning for you know, for how they feel or think or act. What I don't like is when people sort of bully you into doing as you do just because. I don't like when people tell me you have to vote this or else you're a bad person, you want bad for other people, and I'm like, no. I just have a different view than you, which is okay. I mean, we don't have to be the same. We don't have to agree on everything. At least I don't think we do. I mean, wouldn't it be boring if everybody was exactly the same? If everybody was, you know, left-winged or right-winged or smack in the middle? Wouldn't it be boring because you wouldn't have anything to talk about? I mean, you wouldn't get to know people. Yeah. That's just my opinion. I love to hear about people and their view on the world. My view on the world is I want everybody to feel safe. I want people to, you know, I want everybody to have the best. I mean, nobody should go hungry to bed, you know, be afraid to be sent into war or something. And sick people need help to get better, or, you know, have easier access to financial help. In Denmark we have a support system from the state, but if you're ill you could get caught in this system for many years, just because of how the system works. And that is wrong in my opinion. I mean, you need to be put in the right box, so to say, pretty fast, because you get traumatized for being, you know, pushed and, you know, treated badly for years. We have people in Denmark who has been caught in the system for, the longest I have heard is like almost 30 years. And they have no way. I mean, they can't work because they're so ill, so sick. And they're like, well, we have to make sure that you can't work. So let's do another work trial, to see that can it really be that you can't work, you know? And they do that again and again and again. And we have people, when they finally, you know, are told, okay, we give you disability, or we have something called flex work, where you can, you know, work just a few hours a week, and the state gives you some money on top of that, so that you can live off it. And it is because we want people to work. Of course, if people can work, they should. I mean, there is something good about being able to support yourself as much as you can. I totally agree on that one. If you can work, you need to work. It is vitally important that you get out in the world and support yourself, but only if it makes sense. And sadly, our politicians have been, I don't know, they haven't really been listening to how bad it's been, you know. I was caught in the system for more than 5 years where I didn't get a penny. David had to pay anything. He had to support me because I was married. I just did something stupid. Can I remove these? No. Okay, well, you just get a bigger one. Sorry, I was caught up in my talking and I forget. It's funny, some of these have old stickers. Usually I remove the stickers. Oh well, not this time. So I'm very empathetic. I feel for people. I want them to feel safe, and, you know, I want everybody to get what they deserve. And I know a lot of people don't agree with me on that one. They're very liberal, and everybody, you know, works. You how is it? I know the English one as well. You need to make sure you do well, or something like that. I'm sure you're all yelling at me right now, how it is. Kind of like the American dream, right? You can move to America and you can make a good living for yourself. So you are responsible for your own life. And I agree on that to a certain, you know, to a certain level. But if you're sick, you need help. I mean, if you're sick, you need people to help you in your life. Yeah. And I don't understand how people can be, not people, some politicians can be like, yes, well, we just need to lower their income and then they will go out and work. I'm like, are you aware that people are sick? I mean, they can't just go out and get a job, even though they really, really, really want to. But if you're sick, you can't. And sometimes it seems like some of our politicians have forgotten that not everybody is able to do that. Is this one big enough? No, I don't think so. it seems that sometimes they forget that by now, because there is so much, we don't really have enough people right now that can do the work that needs to be done. So the people who are left in the system are the ones who really can't. So stop hunting them. I mean, as it is right now, we are barely getting by. The people on disability or on support from the state, they don't get very much money. And now that everything is getting more expensive, I mean, food and electricity and heat, everything is rising. The prices are rising very, very much. So people need help. I mean, we have so many people in Denmark. Everybody out in the world are telling you how safe Denmark is and how we're taking care of our own, and I don't know what. We have people in Denmark who can't pay their bills, who can't pay for electricity, who can't, because they have to pay their electricity and their heat and food and stuff like that. They can't put food in their children's mouths anymore. They have to beg for food. They have to go dumpster diving for food. They have to ask in Facebook groups. We have helping groups in Denmark, as we call them. They have to ask for people to come and give them food, or to help them get new shoes for their kids, to celebrate their children's birthday, because they don't have any money. We have sick people who have to choose between paying their bills or getting their medicine that they really, really need, to stay alive. And they have to choose what's more important, my utility bills or my health. That's wrong. I mean, we should do better than this. We are better than this. But people, and this is me again, people are selfish today. Everybody is like, yes, well, me first, right? I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but people are like, me first, and then me, and then me, and then me, and then maybe somebody else down the line. I mean, when did we become so selfish? I wish that I could help people more. And often I have to tell them, I feel for you, and I wish that I could help you. All I can do is to give you, my thoughts and my prayers, and if I can help you by knowing the law, I've helped people who have been stuck in the system. I've helped them to get a move on in their case. I've done that before, because that's the way I can help. Had I had a job and a good, if I had a job with a lot of money, I would help people a lot more than I can right now, because that's who I am. I want to help people. Sadly, I can't. But I don't know why it is that helping other people has become something we don't do anymore. I mean, it used to be like that. Everybody was like, and it isn't even that many years ago that we were helpful to one another, You checked up on your neighbor, you helped when they were away, you watched their house, and without, you have to pay me, duk. It's disgusting in my book. We live in this teeny tiny village where a lot of people are, thank God, like we help each other out here. We have the kindest neighbor. He's 86. And he's like, well, if you ever have to go away, I will come take care of your cats. And, you know, we help, you know, because he's an elderly man by now and he had a few tumbles. You know, I keep an eye on him, make sure that I see him, if not every day, then every other day. And I know some of our other neighbors do the same. But there are also a lot of those neighbors are elderly people. I mean, they are around 70. So to them, it's almost second nature to help each other, right? I mean, I don't understand how we forgot to treat each other well. I'm happy that in the diamond painting community and also in the knitting community, actually, it seems like a lot of good people find these sort of hobbies and we help each other. I see in the knitting community and in the diamond painting community that people help each other out. They take care of each other, and, you know, if somebody is away for a little while, someone will contact them and, are you okay? I mean, I've done that a few times, and I ask people if there's something I can do to help from afar, you know, and I offer to, they can, you know, they can talk to me. We can call each other on the I don't know, Zoom or Skype or I don't know what. If they need someone to talk to, I'm here. And I mean that. If anybody on my friends list or on my YouTube needs someone to talk to, you can always come to me. I want to be of service. Sadly, I can't help you financially, but I can help by listening, and sometimes that is a great help too, to just, you know, get it off your chest. That is a big help, actually, for just having the feeling that, okay, people just listen to me. I got this off of my chest, and nobody told you that you're an idiot for feeling the way you do. That's important as well, that people are supportive of you and they tell you your feelings are valid, you know. You are entitled to feel the way you do. At least I think people, I mean, we are entitled to our feelings, right? And we don't have to feel the same as our neighbor. We don't. You are allowed to have your feelings and your opinions without feeling bad. Yeah, that's just my opinion. So, yeah. I'm sorry if this got a little deep in this kidnapping chat. Usually I try to tell a lot of good things, but this week has just been, I don't know, bad. We even had a sick cat this entire weekend. Max suddenly stopped eating and drinking. We practically had to, we didn't have to force feed him, but, you know, we had to bring the food to him, you know, and basically put it to his mouth and make him lick it to make sure he got something to eat. So I had to take him to the vet yesterday, and he took his blood and looked in his mouth to make sure that his teeth were okay and that nothing was stuck in there. he had a tooth pulled, I don't know, a month ago or something. So, like, yeah, nothing is wrong in his mouth, and his teeth look good, and the hole where the tooth was looked good. So, there was no teeth or mouth problem, which is, yay, good. Because I was like, did he eat something that was stuck in there? What? So thank God not. And then, I was worried about the medicine he's getting for his epilepsy. So I was like, so could it be that he can't tolerate the medicine? Or that, something else. So that's why he took a sample of his blood and he ran it right away. So I was like, he called me a few hours later to tell me that everything was good. His numbers were equal to the blood test he had done, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something, just before he started his medication. So what he did when we were there, he gave him a pill in his mouth, that would help him stimulate his appetite. And I got one to bring home that I need to give him tomorrow. And then he gave him something for nausea, because I had noticed that sometimes when I wanted him to eat, or he tried to eat, he was drooling a lot. His mouth water was running. So I was like, And I hadn't seen him use the litter box. So he was like feeling his intestines and his bladder, and he said everything is okay. Nothing, he doesn't have any urine sitting, and his intestines isn't bulky, and it didn't seem like he had any stool sitting. And he was like, this is a mystery. I don't know what's wrong with Max. And I was like, no, and I was like, could it be influenza, the flu or something, anything, because we used to foster kittens, and usually when they stopped eating, it was due to the flu, kitten flu. And so I was like, could it be that? But that would have given him blisters on his tongue, and he didn't have that. I checked that myself. So we were both the vet. Our vet is amazing. His name is Michael. He's amazing, and he was totally, I don't know what's wrong. I have checked everything and felt, and, we did everything we could basically to try to find out what was wrong without me trying to take all your money. He's very careful. He doesn't he don't want to do a lot of tests that isn't necessary. He was very, I hope you didn't feel like I made you pay for that blood sample. Well, I was like, no, I pretty much asked you to do that blood sample because I needed to make sure that everything was okay with the medicine. So no, I didn't feel you pushing me to get that one. And he's very good at his job. Even and that's why we drive over there. He lives. It takes us a good half hour to get there. And most of our cats don't like driving more than 2 seconds. So it's like, but it's the best vet that we have had for years, and he's so good with them. So I'm like, yeah, I'd rather drive 30 minutes and feel like my cats are being treated professionally than having only 5 minutes to a vet. We don't have that. We don't have that option. But I feel very secure, and he's good. He's a cat-proofed vet. I think it's something that they have here in Denmark where you can get some sort of licensing that you are a cat-friendly clinic. Yeah. And he has that. He has a room just for cats. No dogs or any other animals are allowed in there, just cats, so that they don't get scents from dogs. A lot of cats are afraid of dogs, so he's like, I don't want them coming to my clinic and then being stressed before I even start doing anything. And I really, really like that. I wish more vets did something like that. I don't know if more people do that today, but back when we started coming over there, nobody had that. I sound like we've come over there for years and years. When did we start coming over there? That was when we got Pelle. So that's about 2.5 years ago. So it's not like we've come there at his clinic for years and years. But it feels like that because they know us. I mean, if I call over there, to get an appointment or to ask a question, I just say, hello, my name is Mia Warming Hansen, and they know who I am. It's only if they've gotten a new staff member, they don't know who I am, of course. I mean, I don't expect new staff to know me. How could I ever expect that? But I like that the staff is friendly, and they do anything in the world to know the animals in their care. And they feel so bad if they call a pet the wrong name. I mean, we have 5 cats. I mean, like, I've even told them as much. I don't expect you to know, to be able to tell the difference of all 5 of my cats. I mean, we have 5. I actually don't expect that you remember who's who. I mean, sometimes I know that they know who Oscar is because he's a Bengal. I mean, he's so different from everybody else. So usually they know him. But if you take Spock and Phlox, I mean, we've only had those for about a year. And they've only been over there, I don't know, one time. We have to take them again for a checkup. So I don't expect that they know those 2 from each other. I would never expect that. Sorry, I just had this feeling that I did something wrong, but I didn't. Oh no. So yeah, I never expect that they could tell my cats apart. But that's just me. Again, it's the thinking about other people thing that makes me different, I think. So, yeah. I don't know, should I keep talking until I'm done? I mean, I don't have that many left. So it's because of Max being ill, I didn't get to see Rosa this week. So that's a bit sad. So no funny Rosa stories this week in my life. Maybe I can get to pick her up another day. We'll see. It depends on on how I feel and stuff like that. This weekend we're going to a 70s birthday, a 70-year-old birthday. David's uncle, his girlfriend, new girlfriend, we haven't known her that long. He was married to David's aunt for many, many, many years. David's mom's sister, who sadly passed away a year and a half ago from Alzheimer's. And then her husband, David's uncle, after a while, told us that he had met a new woman. I don't know if they knew each other already, you know, from years ago. I don't know. I can't remember. But they move in together in this December, and we have met her a few times, and she's very, very sweet. I think that she is a good match to our family. She's sweet and kind, and she's funny, and she likes the same music as David's uncle. And she's like, you know, she knows her own opinions, and that's a good thing. They go to a lot of concerts together, and they travel together, and I am so happy for him. I mean, he deserves all the best in the world. Hang on, I need one of the bigger ones down here. Opla. Sorry. I was like, no. That won't work. The good thing about having these in different sizes, I mean, I've bought different sizes of these Elizabeth Ward System boxes. I consider buying one with just small ones in it, but I never use that many of the small ones. I don't know. Sometimes I wish I had more of the smaller ones, but I have to see. But I really like that you can just, you know, pick and choose. Because I like being able to empty out my bags. If I have a bag like this, I love that I can just empty it all. When I get to do the Diamond Art Club's ones that I have, I think that, you know, it would be fine to just empty out one of the bags. I mean, if there are, let's say, 2 or 3 bags of one color, I would be okay with just being able to empty out one of the bags. I think so, at least for now. That is my opinion. You never know. You never know until you've been there. I just saw the sneak peek for the new Diamond Art Club midweek drop from Randall Spangler. Oh my god. Can I please, please, please hope that it isn't a limited edition? Because I want it. I really, really, really want it. So, I pray that this one, it won't be a limited edition, because if it is a limited edition, I might have to say no. I don't know. Because I want to save the little money that I have for diamond paintings for Black Friday. But oh my god, I fell in love with that one. 1, it's a Randall Spangler. And 2, it's big. And I love big diamond paintings. And I love Draglings. And I love Randall Spangler. And I just love that one. Oh my god. So did any of you buy from the ones they released yesterday? I know a lot of people bought what's it called, the Mandy Manzano one. I don't know, right? She's not really my thing. I mean, I like the one that she did with Wonder Woman. I like that one. But other than that, I like some of the princess panels. I have seen those online. They are all over AliExpress. I wouldn't buy them from AliExpress now that I know better. And I never did buy them from AliExpress. The only one that I feel a little bad about buying today is the Randall Spangler one that I bought. But I didn't know back then. And I don't like throwing out a diamond painting just because, you know, I would rather do it and, you know that I didn't know better at the time. And now I do know better, and I will do better. So I know I won't buy another Randall Spangler off of AliExpress. I know that. But just throwing it away would be a waste of money. And as I have told you before, I don't have that in abundance, so I don't want to throw away things. But then I would rather say, okay, I have learned and I know better, so from now on I would rather get legally licensed diamond paintings and then get fewer diamond paintings, and then do the right thing instead. Which is also why I like big diamond paintings, because then I have them for a longer time, you know. If I buy big ones, it takes me a long time to do them. And I like that. I like to have my diamond paintings for a longer time and to enjoy them for a longer time. I mean, the big ones, and they're not even big, you know, but the 60 by 80s that I did, they took me about a month and a half, maybe a little more, maybe 6-7 weeks to do. But I enjoy every minute of it. And to me, it isn't a race. To me, it's about relaxing and enjoying the process. If I had to finish in an instant, it wouldn't be fun anymore. And to me, it has to be fun and relaxing. So that is a part of it for me. It has to be fun and relaxing. But I also like to see how other people, you know, get, you know, I don't know, 5 or 6 done in a month. And I can be a little jealous. I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could finish that many. But then I wouldn't be able to buy licensed diamond paintings if I had to buy that many diamond paintings. So I enjoy and take my time. And then I spend a lot of time looking at what other people do, you know, to get enjoyment out of that. I really, really like watching other people showing their diamond paintings and to show how they bling them up and everything. I have to try to see if I can find somewhere on AliExpress or somewhere else over here that doesn't charge $1 million to buy some, you know, sparklers and I don't know what in square. Because I would love to do that in one of my diamond paintings. Which one? I don't know. But I would love to be able to do it. But the postage to buy those things in America is crazy. I looked it up, and some of the postage is like I have to pay 2 or 3 times the amount that I'm paying for the drills in postage. And then it's just not, you know, if I pay, let's say, $20 for drills, then I would have to pay like $40 in postage. And that doesn't make sense to me. It's the same on Etsy. I've looked up, for instance, Paddy Wags or Not Your Mama's Mart and stuff like that. And they're like in Danish kroners because it shows the price in Danish kroners to me. And I'm like, okay, I can get 1 box of Not Your Mama's Mart for about 55 Danish kroners. And then I have to pay 140 Danish kroners, I think it was, between 140 and 150 Danish kroners to have it shipped to Denmark. And the stupid thing is, the postage gets more expensive if I buy more, because then you would say, okay, well then you just buy, I don't know, 4 or 5, and then you still pay, and then the price would be, better. But no, it's not, buy 2 and you have to pay $80 or something like that. But it's still a lot. So sometimes it is easier to, ask somebody to buy it for you and then ship to you. I mean, I did that with Mary when she helped me buy these Siren sticker makers. I wired her the money on PayPal, and she bought them, and I would have paid her to ship it to me, but she said no. But I would have, and I will always do that. If I ask people to buy something for me, of course I will also pay for them to ship it to me. I don't want people to feel like I'm using them, because I don't do that. That's not who I am as a person. And I don't want people to ever feel like that. So, yeah. Oh, we're getting to an end here. There's only 4 colors left. We have these 4 colors left. Sorry, my camera just... I don't know. The camera just did something. So pretty soon you don't have to listen to my ramblings anymore. Yay, you. Now I'm happy that you stayed here with me, listened to my ramblings. I really am sorry that it got a little deep and negative today. I'm sorry. But again, this is a way that you get to know me, right? And this is my world. And my world isn't always picture perfect and Disney-like. Sadly, that is not the world that we live in. And I'm not a person who conceals. Especially not if you want to know me. I know that people out there have told me, I'm sometimes too honest. But I'm sorry if people feel overwhelmed by the truth. But I'm not gonna start lying so that people don't feel, I don't know, how do people feel? Overwhelmed or pressured to feel something? I don't know. I mean, personally, I prefer to know the real person that I'm talking to. I don't know if that's just me or if it's... Do we live in a time where everything has to be filtered, like TikTok videos and stuff like that? Does everything has to be filtered out to be perfect? What do you feel? What's your opinion? Do we live in a time where everything has to be perfect and I don't know what? And do you do that? And if you do, why? I'm really, really interested to know this. If you keep, you know, your Facebook or your Instagram or your TikTok or your YouTube behind some sort of a filter, I don't know if it's the right word to use, but if you conceal the ugly side of life, can you explain why? Because I really, really want to know. I want to know, you know, how people reason and how they get to the conclusion they do. And I'm not saying that what you do is wrong. Absolutely not. I mean, you do you, and I respect that totally. I lost the little sticker. I totally understand that we want different things. I'm just curious. I really, really want to know. And I also understand if you don't feel content to tell me or to write it on a public place like YouTube. If you do want to tell me, you can write me on Instagram or YouTube. No, not on YouTube. On Facebook. You're always welcome in my inbox. So, yeah. We're done. Look at it. Look at all the beautiful colors. I think I will move them around a little, you know, to get numbers together and letters together, and then, yeah. But the colors are beautiful, aren't they? Oh, I can't wait to get this one started. So, yeah. I am happy that you stayed here and listened to all my ramblings and I don't know what. And now I have to ask you to do all the YouTube-y things. You know, give this video a like, a thumbs up, and if you want to, you can write me a comment or ask a question or give me some advice, anything. And then if you aren't already subscribed and you like this video, I think you'll like it here. So please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, next to the subscribe button, there is a little bell. Ding that one, and you'll be notified whenever I put up a new video. Okay? So I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. See you. Take care. Love you all. Bye.